That's what you had a thing of gummy bears that all melted into one and just.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Start tearing into
My
it.
stomach hurt.
They're all sugar free.
Okay, so.
Sugar free is the worst.
Okay, so we still got. Okay, I'm thinking Yardcast.
Okay, I'm pretty sure she started recording it.
Did you start recording? Okay. Okay, so then welcome to the pilot episode of Yardcast.
I already had a 30-second conversation. I'm like, I'm pretty sure this
We can
happened.
start now.
Yeah, why not?
I think the first topic we should talk about is actually like the iOS Android debate thing. Because I really want to settle this.
It's gonna be a long debate.
It doesn't matter.
There is no settling it though. That's
We
the part
need
that
there
sucks.
is settling it.
There is settling.
It's just they're settling it because there's already a winning side. The only thing is that there's a stubborn side as
So
well.
are we all rocking? Is that what we're doing now?
Yeah, I'm just
That's all we're doing is rocking this episode.
No, I
This is
Then lean back.
This is like
yeah. No, I think I don't know. Okay, so okay, we need to establish sides. Which side are you? iPhone, easy.
It's because it's
Kevin.
so easy on Android.
Android.
Android,
But you have an iPhone.
I have an iPhone now, but I'm all Android.
Okay, and then you're an iPhone guy.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so 2 Android, 2 iPhone. Okay, so there's a debate to that. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
No, so I think personally, Android's better for one. Okay, my biggest argument for iPhone versus Android is that you got
I'm
phones.
checking the
like-
table yourself.
Yeah, why are you showing the table?
Didn't we talk about this just before this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's on your voice.
Fired, get out.
You're out.
Yeah,
Damn it, I'm
first,
gonna replace me with dude. No one's as gay as I am.
We'll get the dog. We'll get more views if we have
I'll
the
get my dog.
No, come on.
No, because even he doesn't fucking pay attention either.
A bird.
I don't know, dude. Okay, so Apple talks a lot of trash about Samsung a lot, right? But you know who they get their phone screens from, right?
Samsung.
From
Yeah.
Samsung. And then tell me why Apple has the audacity to buy their screens from Samsung and then sell you less of the screen. That notch that's on the very top of the phone is highly unnecessary. I don't know if you know this or not, but in the bottom of the iPhone 10, the OLED panel that they buy from Samsung is rolled under. This part is rolled under into the screen. What's left over from down there could fill up that area.
Yeah, that is true.
If there's parts of the screen that are inside the phone that are lighting up that are completely useless and unseen to us. Why would when it first came out, why would you pay $1,000 for a phone
I think that's the only
that's
thing
not giving you a
Android-
full screen?
I was like, I think that's the only thing that Android actually has on Apple though.
No. Android's got a lot more powerful stuff.
They're so much bigger.
Yeah. A Snapdragon 855, the processor that's in my phone and in better phones. Or in different phones, Snapdragon 855 has made faster performance than even the A12 Bionic.
Fair.
But the A13, granted, is powerful, but it's brand new. What I mean.
What did I say, Joseph?
Well, like the whole thing is though, like it's per what the person wants. Like me, I don't understand technology at all. I just want
That's why you would go for iPhone.
Yeah, like it's
That's
so much easier.
another
It's
thing.
laid
It's
out.
so much
That's all I
simpler.
want.
There's only one
I just like
thing.
playing games.
Yeah, I'm a gamer. I swear.
No, there's only one thing that anybody could ever give iPhone from an Android's perspective
The
is
price.
the ecosystem. The ecosystem is the only thing that they've got.
FaceTime.
They've got the FaceTime, they've got the Blue Bubble, and they've
Well,
got
no, we have FaceTime too. It's called Google Duo.
It's Duo. Well, then, see, that's the only thing that
How
we
long did
also
it take it to get
we
that
can
out?
take that we can take the ecosystem away from you
That's true.
because Google has made such a large ecosystem themselves. They've got Google Home. Google Home can connect to things in your home. And they've got, connectivity to even objects that are even phone. LED lights, light bulbs, thermostats.
Show me an iPhone do this, then we'll talk.
Series,
How long has the Apple TV been out?
Series Home.
Oh,
the
that's
Apple
like-
TV was having a lot of problems in the very beginning.
That is true. That is
But
true.
Apple HomePod doesn't come with the same connectivity and its abilities as a HomePod, which is their take on a smart speaker, doesn't work. It does. It's not.
The only thing that
it's not as smart and it's not as versatile as Google.
Yeah. The one thing I actually don't like though is with iPhones is how everything you like use on iPhone has to be Apple.
Exactly. That's
the one thing I don't like.
That's the one thing you can give to Apple is their ecosystem.
Yeah.
But for somebody who wants to venture out, they can't get out of that ecosystem because it's something that's already built. I mean, but for like my phone, for example, that's not a Samsung TV. But I can connect my phone to that TV with a push of a button. I can take over that TV anytime I want.
I mean, I can do the same. I've got a Samsung TV.
Right, but that's what I was saying. But
that's the ecosystem he's talking about.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to connect to an Apple TV, you have to have an Apple.
Yeah.
And that's the issue, is that Apple's so strict and barricading over who they want to be. They won't let in anybody else.
That gives them
Hey, now I know
security,
why
though.
I know why Yosef likes Apple now. It's communist.
It's communist.
It's not communist. It is one section. Communists, everyone's equal. We're not equal here. We're better.
No, you're not. That's the issue.
That's why Yosef likes Apple.
And like this is the setup. Like this is like the prime example of what an Apple user is like. No, my iPhone's better.
So I can go both ways with it though. Like I started off with Androids and stuff, and then I'm like, I like Apple.
I think
Honestly, I only like Apple because I'm basically a retard and it's so easy.
Okay, so my next phone that I really want to get is the OnePlus 7 Pro.
Ooh, dang.
Is phenomenal, dude. It screams better than mine on my phone. It's got an in-glass fingerprint sensor just like that one, and it's got no camera cutouts. The camera is a pop-out camera.
Did they
it's
finally
dope.
fix it? Because I knew they were having problems with it.
With the OnePlus 7 Pro?
Yeah, but before, like when they were doing like the beta testing, because they were afraid it would like mess up.
Oh well, no. So they created a software update where it's a free fall thing, where if they detect that your phone is falling, the camera will pull right back in.
Really?
Like,
And it's set for I want to say 30 or 300,000 for up and downs. And I mean, how often are
Yeah, how often
people
you actually
taking
take
selfies?
Sure.
I mean, 9 times out of 10 you're taking your
How
standard
much is that
phone.
phone gonna cost?
The phone right now starts at $669, I think. That's not bad considering it's got Snapdragon 855 Plus and a 90 Hz display.
Wait, which one was the phone that was supposed to be foldable and it kept breaking the
The
screen?
Samsung Galaxy Fold.
That's
The Fold.
But they fixed it.
They
Did you
fixed
see
it.
that?
They came out with a new one.
Oh, look, Siri's activated.
Sir, she's
Man,
not talking
we're
shit.
talking about better phones.
Talk shit.
No, but that was the thing. Is that like they didn't really come up with clear, concise instructions for that phone. So people were breaking it. People were slamming it too hard. Well, they've got a better hinge on it now. The only thing is that they've got this soft plastic that you could really break with your nail.
Ew.
But nobody swipes with their nail.
Except those old bag ladies.
Except the old nail ladies.
It's just
But those people are still on
Transylvania movie where Jack was trying
those
to
people are still on the flip phones or the iPhone 3. It still works.
giant ass fucking block.
Yeah, this thing, I haven't charged mine in 2 years. Like, I can see why, Greta. It's this big.
doesn't even text.
Oh,
Just
did you see the flip phone I had freshman year?
Yeah, I remember. I made fun of you for like 3 months for that.
I think everybody made fun of me for that one.
I remember the first time I met
Let's try
Joseph.
once.
The first time I met Joseph, we were on the bus together. That was because I was taking the bus. I didn't have my car. I wasn't able to drive my car. But it was freshman year, and we took the bus. So
this is your
no, his
sophomore
freshman year,
year.
my
Yeah,
sophomore year.
I was like, wait, hold on.
And we had met, and I was just talking to him, but he pulls out this clamshell flip phone. I'm like, what in the world is this? I didn't get my iPhone until my freshman year. Because before then I had a flip phone, but nobody ever knew because I never used a phone. I didn't want anybody to know because I was just that ashamed. But this dude's over here whipping it out. He's like, then he had a slide phone. I remember that. The slide
No,
phone.
it was the same thing.
It was the same
Yeah,
thing.
same
Oh,
thing.
it was just the wackest shit.
It was, God, that thing was
I got mine.
indestructible.
no,
bro.
you want to know the first phone I ever had? It was a slide phone, right? It slid out of the keyboard, but you could put like these little SD cards of games in there.
Yeah.
It had like a joystick and everything. You could play games off of
We definitely digress. We're no longer talking about iPhone, Apple, and Android.
We're going
But-
like 6
No,
grade.
we're talking about like old phones. Like my favorite old phone was the Sidekick, or I forgot what it was, where the screen was like this,
Yeah,
And then
the sliders.
you'd click it up from one side, and the whole screen would just.
What the?
Oh,
Man, the
dang.
keyboard is under the screen. Y'all never had one of those?
No.
I had a
Neither have I
slide.
those.
I had a slide. I had a like regular flip, and then I got the Motorola.
My
The
first
Razr.
phone was this like about this big. It was a flip phone. It was blue and about that fat, and it had an antenna that came out the end.
Oh god, I hated it too.
And I flipped it up, and the only thing I ever did on that was try to call my mom for just because I would waste my minutes that I had. And Mom, what's for dinner? I run out of minutes. But the only
You
thing I
got
did
one
on
question
it
and
was
then you were done.
I played this game in Dracula. Anybody remember that game?
Mm-hmm.
Where it was like a side scroller and you're walking and you literally you go and grab these people and take their blood and then they're dead. And
Yeah.
you keep walking. You do it until the hunters try to kill you. I thought it was the funnest game ever.
I had there's a Spider-Man game on the Razr. There's a Spider-Man game on the Razr.
Yeah.
That was hella fun.
What's
I had
Spider-
fucking Flappy Birds.
Yeah,
that was
those
the only game.
He's playing Flappy Birds
I
on his
can't
phone.
believe
I got
it
to the
that
center
way.
button.
I had Flappy
Because all
Birds.
the threats.
Yeah, all
This is-
of
why are you threatening the guy?
that was so dumb. Just because you're terrible at a game, you have to,
Dude, what, done the creator?
He's like, oh, I'm gonna blam your head then.
No, I'm just gonna take away the game.
It's not my fault.
He's like, you know what? Nah.
It's not my fault you got pissed off to throw your phone in a pool.
That dude,
My
you
phone
see
would've
like the first
lasted.
report of that? That dude had like destroyed 3 phones before he even.
Dude, it's just a game. Why you have to
Oh,
be mad?
it's
People
just
were
a game.
addicted,
Why you have to
though.
be mad? It's just a game. Oh, okay. So no, but seriously, back to the iPhone Android dispute. I mean, from 2 iPhone people, from 1 iPhone person and a child.
I'm not a
The communist child.
Okay.
The communist
I'm not-
child.
Okay, so what argument what does an iPhone person have?
It's easy.
What is it?
It's easy. So it's the child.
Says the child. I can use it with my hands.
I
can use my what does an iPhone have over an Android? Easy, like at any time.
Until recently, the cameras were always better.
Yeah.
So I could get okay.
Until
yeah.
very recently,
I don't
they
know.
were always
Samsung.
Samsung's always had good
Samsung's
cameras.
always had an
No,
upper hand on those
no.
cameras.
They had
Sam,
good- they had
but
decent
you
cameras.
can't tell me that the iPhone cameras were always good.
They were definitely better than Samsung.
You can't tell me that the iPhone cameras were good though.
They were okay, but they were better than Samsung.
No,
Yeah.
I had a flip phone
For the
that took better
longest time.
cameras than
You
the
had
first
a flip phone
iPhone.
that took better cameras than Samsung, and they were
Better
blurry.
cameras.
Better
I think, than
cameras.
pictures.
Shut up, bro.
I think I said better cameras too. Yeah.
You're trying to make fun of women. You're like, better keep. Oh wait, hold on.
No, I mean, I don't know. What I can give to iPhone, the only thing I will actually give to iPhone is their good hardware. They've got hardware that's built specifically for what they need, what is provided. Like they provide something that they built an entire operating system on, which I think is very, very well. I mean,
Yeah.
iOS is boring and very, very cooped up, but it runs very smoothly, and it's clean. But as a person who likes to customize their stuff, I can't tell you how many times I've jailbroken my iOS. I mean,
I think
I
that's,
still have. I don't know how.
yes, you have to root it and stuff like that. But
I don't remember.
you don't ever.
I broke my Androids all the time.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that's the
Android is
thing though, is
easy.
that you don't have to root an Android to be able to get what you want.
Yeah.
Even it all
with
comes through
Android
software.
stuff,
You could always software updates. I mean the Samsung. I've never really liked Samsung for like who they were as an OS. Like I never really
They
liked
were-
it. It was always different.
Yeah,
to
so
me.
that means operating
Yeah.
system.
I like
That means operating system. OS.
I didn't actually know.
I know that sounds
I like the I like a clean Android experience.
And they were always kind of
They
like.
always had their own skin over it, like
Yeah.
the theme stores. The only thing that I did from the theme store on the Samsung was I took a black and red theme, so all my accents are red.
Joseph.
Joseph.
I got long legs. I can't help it.
Scoot back. Oh, problem solved. iPhone
But I
users.
can't rock it.
Like,
You know,
that is a different part. Like,
no, you're not even facing the
that's
camera.
fine. We don't need
yeah, we just have Joseph to say.
I'm just a voice. Here.
It's
good.
fine. None of y'all are even looking at the camera.
Oh yeah, I haven't.
That's true.
No, we don't have to look at the camera.
Then why have it on?
That's from a
Huh?
producer.
So that's what we get our audience.
That's from the producer.
This is our producer. He's rude. No, but
Someone else.
I don't know. I will always. I mean, I get the argument because I mean, people will always say, "I paid $1,000 for this phone. How can you tell me that this is not the best phone if I'm paying the best price?" And the biggest thing that you could always tell somebody is it's corporate greed.
Definitely.
That's all it is. I mean, they got extra screen within the phone, and yet they're charging you $1,000 for something that doesn't have all the screen.
I was like, honestly, I go back and forth. Like, I'll have an iPhone for a few years, and then I go back to Android. I just like getting a good mix of it.
I don't know. I mean, I've gone back and forth too. I'm guilty. I had the iPhone 5C, and then I switched to the Google Pixel.
See, I didn't get my
The Google Pixel was good though.
The Google Pixel was by far one of the best phones I've ever had.
Yeah.
I had the Pixel 2, and then from the Pixel I switched to the Essential phone, which is
You had that.
it's a third party phone, but it was basically a Pixel and a better body.
Yeah.
You had your iPhone 6 before that.
And then I had the iPhone 6, of course. I mean,
I was like, honestly, this is my first time.
so I went iPhone, Android, and then from the Essential phone after I broke it,
This is like, oh,
Or I drowned it,
iPhone,
actually.
that's my phone.
after I drowned my Essential phone, I had a cup
You
of
drowned it?
I had a cup of ocean water, Sonic Ocean water, and I was
You got
asleep and I
patterns.
knocked it off my bed. And I was looking all over the bed. I was like, I can't find it. And I looked over the bed and in the cup right there, a solid white phone in my cup. I was like, shit. Picked it up, made a couple of that was it.
Bro, it's
That was the end of the
rice,
phone.
dude, come on.
Yeah, why'd you even try to turn it on? You should turn it back rice.
It wasn't even gonna survive.
Asians come and fix it
I
up.
guarantee you it was probably in there all night. I mean, there was no
Oh,
saving
yeah.
it. I mean, it's in my room dead. I mean, I can bring it out, but it's
Well,
just
that's
so
far
sad.
away.
It's far away.
It's not with me.
But I mean, after the Essential, I switched back to an iPhone. I had the iPhone 10.
Yeah, that's right.
It was a good phone, ran well, very very nice cameras. Never gonna complain about cameras. But it just wasn't what I was looking for.
Yeah, like I want to customize mine more.
I
but
love
just hold back.
customizability.
That is true.
I mean, later on I'll show y'all how customized I've got my phone. I mean, I've got custom icons. I've got a custom Google News feed. The launcher that's on there really changes the skin of the phone. It runs really smoothly. It looks good. I just love it. Just shout out to Hyperion. But Android has the advantage in almost every way.
Sure. That's true.
Apple has software for a good camera, but third-party people could always come out with a good camera. Like OnePlus, they don't have very good cameras,
But their phone quality.
but their phone quality is phenomenal. The phone build is phenomenal. The screen is phenomenal. The price is great, and all somebody has to do is download the G Photo mod, which is the Google Photos,
Yeah.
and makes the photos a whole lot better, almost pixel quality. Which props to Google for making some of the best cameras ever. When Google Pixel had a single lens, and
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
else had already switched to double lens, and
It still takes
was
better
taking
photos.
3 times better photos.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, I'm just, on the new iPhones, I'm just still wrapping my head around the 3 cameras.
Okay.
And
See,
in my mind, that's stupid. I like talk to people that do like a lot of photography and stuff. And the way they explain it, I'm just like, you can still do that with just a dual camera or even the single camera.
even a single camera with software.
Yeah. I'm like,
The way that they're going about these triple camera setups are it's highly. I personally think are gross. The
yeah.
iPhone Square, gross. I love the way the rest of the Google Pixel, the Pixel 4, the way it looks.
Yeah.
It's got the white phone. It's white, but it's got black rimming around it. The camera's black. The camera's white with black rim around it. You know, but it's a square. And,
Yeah.
But it looks uniform, so it looks good. But the camera bump on the 11 is just so gross.
Yeah.
Personally, it's just terrible.
Joseph has no idea what's
Y'all
there.
are awesome so much.
I just
I'm
see
just
like
looking
gears
at this
trying to.
unmarried dash program.
He's like, I can read it.
I can read
The A and the G caught me off guard. It's red. But it's just, I don't know. Camera bumps are really gross nowadays. Like the way OnePlus has set theirs up, or the Huawei Mate 30 Pro, they've got the Leica setup where it's got they set it up like telephoto wide and ultra wide, and they're all, it's like two together and then one under it.
Yeah.
Or OnePlus has got the same thing but in the middle, and they're all connected by one, you know. There are better ways to go about having a triple camera setup. The 1, 2, 3
Rather
wide
than
telephoto,
square
ultra
in
wide,
the corner.
the rectangle instead of just big fat square. I mean, it's gross because then you don't know how to set your phone because you've got this brand new screen and you don't want to set it on the screen.
And you don't want to set it on the camera.
And you don't want to set it on the camera because of the terrible camera phone.
They're just like, here you go.
And so it's
Put a
like,
little
yeah.
case on it like that.
And now you've got to buy a third-party case, spend more money, you know, find a way to set it up without scratching anything.
Yeah, then you're putting a case on it. Like you bought the phone to show it off.
You bought the phone to
so
show
now
off the
you're
way
gonna
it
have to put
looks.
a case on
Right.
it.
Which is why I like what I did. I just put a skin on my
A
phone.
decal skin.
Yeah.
I have a see-through back on mine at least.
Yeah, the see-through. I had a see-through back on my iPhone 10 because I love the way the white and the chrome look.
Yeah.
So I did that. I did the magnetic cases, which those were cool.
Oh, I bought a magnetic case off some website, and
God.
it's like one of those screens that you can only look at from certain
The
ways.
privacy screen. Yeah.
Oh my god, you do not know how fast the screen shatters.
Oh
Like,
my God.
I got up this morning and like, I grabbed the case because I took it off my phone. I grabbed it firmly and it cracked in my hands.
Firmly.
Like
Terrible.
it just,
Firmly grasp it.
I firmly grasped it, bro. I was like, oh,
Firmly grasp it in your hand.
dude, it like shattered.
No, see, that's the biggest thing. Also, a really big problem is like third-party buyers, and you buy from like a non-reputable source.
Yeah.
I bought a magnetic case for my Samsung, and I got the case broken. The screen protector was already shattered.
Yeah.
It was just terrible. Like, you know, the stores they have on
Yeah.
Instagram, it's like, oh, buy
Oh,
here.
God, those are horrible. That's where you
It's
stay
just
away from
terrible.
those. It's like
Yeah.
Wish. Most of the time you're going to get a shit product, and there's a 1 in 10 times that you actually get something good. But
Yeah,
at
no,
that
so that's
point,
the thing is because the first time I did it, the
Yeah.
first time I bought something, I got a good product, which was that case right there.
Yeah.
But then
The
the
second
next one I
time,
got
yeah.
was terrible. Third time's the charm, right?
I think we need to talk about something more on Joseph's line.
Okay,
So,
okay.
What's your favorite
what's
phone
after
accessory?
ABC?
Bro,
F.
give me a minute.
We went to
Android
Friendship.
Q.
Okay, we went to
What?
Friendship. He still goes to Friendship.
Yeah, I'm still.
Oh yeah, bro.
That's another thing.
ABDs, 124s. We got this.
What?
Wait,
Wait,
you lost me then.
Hold up.
Okay, I mean, we can completely change topic. I mean, we've got plenty of time to do whatever.
Did Joseph move the table again?
I swear I did.
Does it look better like
Why
that?
don't you turn around?
Camera
buddy?
angle?
Nah, this is
You're
great.
getting-
I'm getting a good view of the front.
Well, to get him more in it, but Kevin, like, it was more just like Pillar and then y'all guys. So
Oh.
I like just shifted it a
Oh,
little
okay.
bit.
Yeah, the pillar is the star of the show.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nice hill.
Not Pillar.
That's a nice bowl.
What's your favorite like phone accessory?
Phone accessories.
Ooh.
I said
Oh.
Portable charging case.
portable charging case.
Yeah, no, too bulky.
Yeah, I don't like
Too
them.
bulky and too
They're
expensive.
bulky, and then I've had a couple of them where the like charging port broke off. Like
in your
the
phone?
yeah, in the phone, and like I had to go into like the Apple store, or
That's
like
pretty good.
go to the Flex or a couple places.
Ah, my leg.
You like pink, shut up.
What is that?
Assault
mean?
rifle save the world.
Wanna shoot this one? Wanna shoot this one?
I love
Look in your eyes, dude. That shit hurts.
Yeah.
You shot it in the face earlier.
It ricocheted, okay?
Okay, well, okay,
It
hold on.
varies.
Back to phone accessories. My favorite one, probably camera mods. I really like those. Like on my Pixel, you could get. They don't have macro lenses on. It's
Yeah,
standard.
yeah.
So I bought a macro lens, and those things are actually really cool. Like there's nothing cooler than like zooming into a quarter or really close into some plants or something like that. Take really good study of things. I thought it was cool. Like so, I want to say lens editions for good cameras.
See, mine, it's kind of a case type thing, but like I only found out about it recently. But it's a liquid sealant, like goes on
Liquid
your
screen
phone.
protectors.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Because
Those are
like
strong, though.
the
Fancy.
Yeah.
dude, honestly, I have that, and I've gone like weeks without my case and dropped the phone, and it's still in like perfect condition. Especially with the X, since it's a glass back.
Yeah.
I was like, look, even if you film on it, it doesn't really feel like the glass back. It's that plastic.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah. Like,
Oh yeah.
so I
I
paid
think-
like $50 for it, and it's just amazing.
I think a really big fad that has come out about iPhone accessories is the holders, pop socket, the bungees, the things that you put they grab onto your hand, or even the ring cases. I don't know.
I've never been a big fan of those.
What do you like on your phone?
A case.
A case?
That's all I have.
Can you not handle not having a case?
No, well, I have to have something to protect it. It just feels wrong.
Are you wrong?
It's like otter
Are you
It's-
cell phone clumsy?
Yes, very.
Very.
I've got this thing 1.5 million times.
Oh,
It's
see,
still working.
after I broke my phone screen, I've
Which
never
sign?
dropped it again. I've seriously been so careful with my phone.
I dropped it.
That's like, what
so
sign?
much.
Oh, well, okay. See,
Every time.
I've been trying to be more careful because I remember the iPhone 5C. That thing was almost indestructible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was throwing it up, and I kept throwing it. It was
It's like,
spinning.
nah, I broke it several
And I
times.
went and I chucked it really high, and I caught it, but somebody hit my hand because they tried to catch it from me, and they hit it, and I let it go, and it went and smashed, and the whole screen turned into powder. It was just the worst.
I've thrown my iPhone 5 and it didn't break it.
Yeah, but you had that fat OtterBox on it.
No, it was like a small
Did you ever
plastic
have the
case that
iPhone
broke
Pro, guys?
before the phone.
No, I never had
I
that.
have one at the house, dude.
I wanted the iPhone
I've dropped
1.
it in like the hot tub and dropped it like soda. I've
It
thrown
still
it across
works.
the room. Dude, this thing's
Perfect.
that thing's indestructible.
Perfect.
That little red
They
phone
took
I had-
pointers from Nokia back then.
And
And now everybody's,
this.
That is
and now
true.
all iPhone companies are taking pointers from fine China. You breathe on that thing. It's like, oh,
Shit.
Gotta
gotta
get
replace it.
Gotta get a new one now.
That is true.
I don't know. I think we can. Now is a good time to change topics. Like, being. I want to talk about it. Like being social and being antisocial. For me, I talk to a lot of people who are like, oh, I don't see how you could go out and talk to people. How you could always put yourself out there. And I always find it personally because I've always been raised to always talk, always communicate, be who you want to be.
Yeah.
And I've never been ashamed of who I am. So I mean, I like to talk out, to tell everybody what I feel, what I think.
Yeah.
I've gotten in trouble a lot of times at school for doing it,
Talk
but
too much.
but I just talk a lot. I mean, I do it because I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I feel like, personally, I feel like a dick sometimes because I always question, like, why are you antisocial? What's stopping you? What
Right.
keeps you from doing this? But it's just a hardwired thing that people sometimes they just can't get down.
Yeah, and like you're saying, you're raised to always communicate and stuff. There's a lot of people where they didn't have someone to communicate
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
So they always had to lock in. That's one place where I struggle because I'm at a middle ground of being antisocial and social. Because like right now I'm doing this with y'all, but like for a while, like,
Yeah,
when's the last time I even talked to you?
But yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
for like the longest time that I knew you in the very beginning, like during football, you never talked.
Oh yeah.
I mean, all the guys would talk. I mean, we'd all have fun, and you'd be there, but you never talked.
Yeah, that's true.
But I also see is like some people are born like antisocial. Cause I look at my brother. Like my brother, like I talk
Peter?
so much. No, Timothy. I talk so much. Like I'm a
Concussion.
talkative guy.
Yeah.
And then I look at my brother, where he's the type of guy like my dad, where he just like wants to go sit in his room and not talk, where I want to go do stuff.
Right. It's like that with my brother. I mean, I love sports. Sports. I love running, football, soccer. I mean, sports. You name it, I do. But like for him, he
Video
does
games.
it. I mean, he's a video game guy. I mean, I play video games all the time, and I love it. But I'd like to go outside.
It shouldn't be your main
I like
hobby
to
is
go
playing
do
video
things.
games.
Yeah, if I'm not busy, like if video games don't keep me busy, like if I finish all my games, I just twitch and I don't know what to do anymore. And so, I mean, I go to work. I work every day from 8 to 6, and if I don't have anything to do during work, I get frustrated. I
Yeah.
want something to do, and I need something to do, and so it's just. I also think it's like a generational thing too, like being antisocial, being social, being
Yeah.
work ethic.
See, I understand
It's also
why-
a raised thing. Like a lot of kids our age were raised to you want it, you gotta work for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because whether people think it or not,
Well, I think
we
that-
were in a decent time.
We
grew
were
up in
a
decent time.
decent place, and now
And
it's
like the thing is that we we didn't experience it personally, but we happened to be there during the recession and everything. Like,
Yeah.
we were there. We didn't experience it because we were 8-year-old,
But we
9-year-old
saw
kids.
our families experience it.
I mean, yeah,
that
8-year-old,
went into
9-year-old
us,
kids
yeah,
experiencing this, like, have their families, you know.
struggle
Whether
through this shit.
it's not, I mean, we didn't know what was going on. I mean, of course, our family was good at hiding it.
Yeah.
Bless you. But I mean, it's just,
Justin's like, what's going on?
it happens. I mean, it happens, and every generation's got their own thing that they gotta go on.
Yeah.
I feel like our generation is built on a solid foundation of history has been made and everything's been done. Now let's go do something else, right?
Yeah.
And how else are you gonna do that without talking, without communicating, without putting yourself out there? I mean, we've got kids that we got kids that we went to school with. I mean, urban geniuses, dude. I mean, these kids going to college scholarships. I mean,
Yeah.
Like Sims, is that?
Zach Sims,
Zach
Camden
Sims.
Anderson, Max Rowley, Monroe Stevenson,
And I'm over here, I'm like, I didn't try to go to college.
Got me.
Skyler Reese, all these guys. I mean, scholarships out the ass, just for either raw talent, intelligence. I mean, it's cool to experience. I mean, well, hopefully that someday we experience these kinds of things for ourselves or our future selves to be able to experience history. You know.
Yeah.
Like that meme that's going around. It's like we were born too late to explore the world and too early to explore the universe, but born in just the right time to experience everything else. I think it's a cool thing. Like people, I mean, we could do whatever we want. We've got the technology to do it.
Yeah.
We just gotta go out there and do it. So for like these people who are antisocial, which makes me think like, what's stopping you? You know?
Well, like you said, we have the technology to do it, so there is a lot of antisocial people that reach out through technology.
Right. But I mean, personally, what difference would it make whether or not you're on your phone or face to face? You've got to meet them sometime.
Yeah.
Well, like for me, my dad, I get it like genetically from my dad. He's got severe anxiety. His grandpa does. My grandpa does, and it's like it's just not easy to talk to people. It's so much easier to say it over the phone because you don't have to.
Because you're not
see
there,
them.
you're
Yeah,
not having
know,
that physical
You can't
interaction.
see their expressions. You don't know what they're thinking or anything like that.
So is it an emotional thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
I'm an emotional creature, personally.
I'd cry if a dog died.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
No, like even in a movie.
Who wouldn't?
I
I
bawled
am
during
legend.
Marley and Me.
Same.
Oh my
I
Yeah, I
god.
think everyone cried anymore.
Okay.
Let's be honest here.
Okay. Well, I cried during Toy Story. Toy Story
yeah.
4.
Oh,
I haven't
no.
seen.
No, see, I'm
haven't
emotional.
seen- I cried during Toy Story 3 because how old Buster was. I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah,
I've
that
seen
thing's
this
gonna
dog.
die.
Yeah. But
No, but like Toy Story 4, like when what's his name? When Woody said, well, I guess this is goodbye.
yeah.
And the song came on, like I seriously, like tears came. Just because I'm an emotional guy and I get emotion,
I was like,
but I feel like emotion would connect somebody more to somebody else
Yeah.
because we are all, whether we think it or not, we're all the same, but biologically and physiologically. We just, it's why not show that emotion? The vulnerability is inevitable.
because with some people, like they've had a chance to do that, or it's either they had a chance to do it and they got hurt, or they never had a chance.
Right.
So they kind of just close themselves off because it's new to them.
I get that, but I mean, again, you close off, but
What's stopping from reopening?
what's stopping you
Yeah.
from jumping again? Why can you not take that leap?
It's
If you've done it once, why can't you do it again?
it's a mindset and an emotional thing. Like,
Right.
After spending like 6 years of psychology and whatnot, that stuff's crazy. It's hard to get into.
Right. That's another thing. When we're talking about psychology, the human psyche is just so complex, and
there's
very,
not an actual written formula for it. There's times where it does work for everybody, but then you always have people that are like outliers that always change.
it's hard to really grasp it.
Yeah.
For one, and then two, it's cool to think about, right? Certain things will lead to, like, say say I got punched in the face. Now every time somebody raised their hands, I gotta freak out, or I feel like I gotta freak out because somebody's gonna punch. I feel like somebody's gonna punch me in the face again, right? And I haven't been punched in the face, but it's a thing, you know.
Yeah.
Like, where in the mind is it stored for you to have these sorts of reactions? The flight or fight thing, you know. If something were to be sort of threatening to you, are you going to be the one to put yourself forward and say, hey, I got this shit? Or like, okay, well, if I'm not in the situation and I remove myself from it, I don't have to be there, you know.
And
It's not going to be my problem, right? Where do you meet that goal? Like where as a child do
You realize what you like.
do you realize where you're gonna
Yeah.
which side you're gonna be on, and what causes you to go from one side to another,
Yeah.
right? Because like if somebody were to bow up to me and be like, all right, well then let's go. I'm down to go, but I puss out when it comes to like a really big roller coaster because I just can't do that. You know what I mean? Like it's.
But it can change. Like,
Right.
it definitely changed. Because I remember, like, I would have never fought someone. I would have, like, always backed away. Then we joined football. And I think football really shaped me up.
Right.
And I was like, now I'm like you. Like, if someone wants to come up to me, like,
Let's go.
And I'm not the biggest dude, but I whip your ass if I have to, right? And I don't know. I think it's also it's another raised thing.
Yeah.
My dad is the same way. He's like, you if you got a problem, you're gonna have to deal with me.
Yeah.
You got to tell me first. And that's the social antisocial thing. Like for people, I view it as kind of cowardly / antisocial kind of thing. If somebody got a problem with you and yet they don't tell you about it, does that mean like
They're
it's because
scared.
they're still antisocial, or is it because it's a cowardly thing?
See, with me, I think if they have a problem with you, but like they aren't doing anything about it, I don't have a problem with that. I don't see anything wrong with that. It's whenever they go and like either talk behind your back or do something like indirectly to try to affect you.
Right.
That's when I see it as like cowardly type thing.
that would
But
definitely be
like,
cowardly.
yeah, because like if you just have a problem with someone and you just don't say anything and like not even try to avoid the person, but like y'all don't have that much interaction, why bring it up? Why have that conflict at the same time?
Can I have the Dr. Pepper, please? I just wasn't trying to interrupt him.
No, you're good.
I don't know.
Because like,
No, I mean these are good questions, right?
yeah.
And I like to believe myself as a smart guy, but there's so many questions that even I've got. Einstein is a genius, and yet he has questions.
I was like, because no one has the answer to everything.
Right, but okay. So think about it this way: you can't learn if you don't ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't, but I mean, and if you ask questions and you don't get the answer you're looking for, where are you supposed to go, right? Sure we've got this. We've got the power of the world in our pockets.
Yeah.
Right, but how are we supposed to know what's reputable and what's not?
The issue with that is you don't really, but you also have to have the common sense in a way to kind of pick out this isn't really what I see it as this kind of is with my understanding, and you have to kind of put together pieces of information to build your own understanding.
I
Right.
honestly think that's what makes it fun though. You don't know what's going to happen. So it's always something new.
I'm not Rambo.
Huh?
I'm not Rambo.
They're all over the place.
There's one right on your foot. You got this. Imagine that was the one you missed.
Yeah, I know.
And you missed it. That,
Hello, come again.
It was.
Some random phone
Some
call.
507 number.
So let me answer.
isn't that like Chicago?
507? I don't know area codes.
I don't know. I know a few, but that's because I live there.
I know 619 is
Oh,
LA.
Julian.
I know
Which
208
one?
is Idaho.
What did he say?
206
What's up with where's Julian?
Flores.
Flowers?
Flowers, yeah, Mr. Flowers.
Hey, you know Adara, right?
Yeah.
She lives right here, down the street.
Oh, there lives
Yeah,
there?
for real.
He's probably always over here.
Yeah, I didn't know this many people live close to me. I live like in the middle of everybody apparently.
Yeah, you're in the middle of everything.
Yeah, because I'm right here. Joseph's just right there.
And then Kevin, yeah, Kevin's
You're
over
just
there.
Yeah, I'm in Terra Vista.
Really?
He's in that neighborhood behind Terra Vista.
Oh, dang. Dude, we're all close to each
Yeah.
other, and we never knew. Then we had to wait till we got out of school to figure this out.
Right?
Because we never talked. I mean, we used to talk.
We used to
but
talk all the time. And me and Aaron talked when we were in football together.
But that's
I never talked to Joseph.
I met Joseph on the bus. I mean, and then I stopped riding the bus.
I forgot about him.
No, I mean, I always,
Yeah,
we kept in touch. We had a class together.
I met Joseph in Latin.
I think we had a class together. I'm pretty sure we never talked though.
I don't think we have.
Remember that?
And see, that's the thing. That's another thing. That we never talked to each other. Yeah, we've been friends for the longest time. I mean,
Yeah.
I've known you since elementary school. I mean, I got pictures of us back. I mean, in yearbooks.
Yeah.
Little Kevin?
Little round Kevin.
Little Kevin?
And we had football pictures together.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I mean, we've known each other for all these years, and yet we're getting to the point where after we're out of school, then we finally talk.
Because I
You know?
felt like, I don't know if high
And
school,
we're
like,
social people, and that was
Yeah.
my point. Is that we're social people that don't talk. You know,
kind of hypocritical.
what kind of thing is, you know, I mean, I love to talk, but I mean, I don't, that doesn't click with me. Like, if we're social people that like to talk, why don't we talk? You know,
Yeah.
we have nothing against each other. We've all got, I mean, we've all had something in common.
Yeah.
We've all been friends, we've all talked to each other. What happens, you know?
So I think in like school you're more worried about trying to stay with that one friend group you have, and like, cause with me, like, I bounced around with friend groups a lot, so I never had like one main one, but I always had like main friends in certain friend groups.
Right.
But I think in high school a lot of people want to stay in that one friend group and not go out and like.
I guess it's situational again because freshman year I wanted to be friends with everybody, but people like got me to the point to where I am now. Like I was a floor mat freshman year. People just treated me like shit, talked to me like shit, and then I just slowly but surely my friend group became really small.
Yeah.
But I know everybody.
Yeah.
Because they're in a place that I can't go where somebody's like, oh, hey, Alex, hey, you know, how you been?
Yeah.
I mean, public, school. I went to the restaurant the other day, like, hey, dude. I'm like, please leave me alone.
You were like go to places and they're like, hey man, you're like, hey, I don't know you, but hey.
Right.
Yeah. People
See-
going to work all the time and you're like, I know you. I used to go to school with you. I was
And
like,
see, that's the thing is that, like, I know everyone.
yeah.
There are so many. There was a girl, like, junior year. She came up to me. She goes, hi, Alex. How are you? I was like, hi. I had no clue who she was.
What?
But she wasn't my friend. You know people, but my friend group was very small. It still is. I mean, you guys are my friends. I mean, I consider you guys my friends. But the people who like I really talk to on a regular basis was very small.
Yeah.
I mean, it still is.
That's how I am.
And I mean,
Yeah, mine's
the guy that I called my best friend senior year. I mean, even him and we don't talk very much.
Yeah.
I lost.
It's just weird.
I mean, I've had this best friend since first grade. I lost him junior year, which is really weird because like we've always had something in common. And I was
Right.
like,
I know this.
Like Camden's been my best friend since first grade. We played football together. Then we went to school together. We had classes. But because we branch off, it's like into different situations.
yeah.
It becomes weird because I mean this dude I consider this dude my best friend. Like I prioritized him over all of my other friends because he was just that close to me. He was the first person I invited to my paintball party.
I wasn't
You're right.
invited. I wasn't invited.
We didn't talk then.
Yeah, that's right.
No, but that's what I mean is like, but now I haven't talked to that dude in months.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him since he came to my graduation party. You know?
Yeah.
And we weren't invited to that either.
I was limited, dog.
Okay. Yeah, so if you were still in,
You were still in school. You don't count.
Yeah, you can't come to a graduation party.
You're not included.
No, but I mean, it's weird, right?
Yeah, it is.
I just, I don't know.
To y'all, that's weird, but like to me, that's more or less normal. Cause I've never stayed in one place for more than 4 years. That's the longest I've lived in a place. Like,
Right. I mean,
that's kind of normal.
but like
Again,
I said,
that's
situational.
Yeah.
Because
We gotta quit saying something at the same time.
it's the same thing. That don't matter. But I mean, you move, and that was your niche. So that's what you did. You moved here. You moved there. You moved there. You met people. You met people. You met people. It didn't change for you. So therefore, it was normal for you. We didn't move. very often. So I mean, it.
No, I haven't moved.
Right. Or, yeah, or some of us haven't even moved.
I was born in Lubbock. I've stayed in Lubbock for a while at least.
Lived in Germany, lived in Fort Worth, lived in San Antonio.
See, I mean, it's a thing that happens. So normality is
Different for
Not
everybody.
normal.
it's situational and abnormal, right? Because your version of normal is abnormal to me. We don't hop around from place to place, and I don't know. I think it's cool.
I love just learning like different things about different people. What one person thinks is normal, the other has no idea what it is.
Right, and that's another thing about the social and antisocial is there's a huge level of curiosity and
There's more of a clip, you want to shoot it?